Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game 2 between Orange Esports and Impunity. Orange Esports definitely from Malaysia, Impunity from Singapore, so we do have both titans of the biggest nations in this entire scene here. So it is definitely big, and Game 2 is going to be between both of them as well. Game 1 going to Orange Esports, that's nice. Is it going to be a best, is it going to go all the way down to the third game? That's going to be questionable. Joining you today is going to be Babael, that's me, and we have Lark as well.
What's up, guys? And I can bet you right now, Anduin in his mind is thinking, the light shall burn you right now. I bet you that he wants to win against Orange Esports. I think impunity.earth as a whole definitely wants to win this championship. It will mean a lot for them. I mean, you get extra cash on the side, boasting rights, and all that kind of jazz. Orange Esports though, they're looking really good right now, sitting prettily there with one win. They could just win this next one and be done with it, or they could potentially lose this against Impunity Earth and take it to a third game because there's that Sandray first pick, man, and we all know how crazy Sandray is.
Yeah, that is correct, and that's it. It seems like Sandriff is gonna be the first pick coming from Liechtenstein. But before we go there, the banned heroes are gonna be the Moon Queen, Ophelia, Fate, and Keeper. So learning from game one, and Duin is gonna ban on Moon Queen straight up.
Yeah, I mean that Moon Queen was a huge success there over on Orange's side. Orange's That's so weird, but yeah, they did do a lot of work with it, and they do ban out the Ophelia in response to that because they know that Impunity Earth they can kind of run Ophelia pretty damn well. Fate's gonna be the follow up, of course, because Fate's just another hero that Orange Esports can run really nicely. They have like two people they can rotate it between either Kiddo or Shui to play as more of like that secondary support. Keeper of the Forest is again gonna be addressed, and again I'm surprised no team has picked a Tempest. Like why? Like Tempest is so good. You can push down so easily. You can take huge team fights and turn it like holistically into your favor. I mean, like what's there not to love about Tempest?
Yeah, well, the thing is, both teams don't want to run a jungle role anymore, and this is exceptionally ineffective when you're fighting a team with the extra dual support there because the gameplay in this scene is very aggressive, and that is one of the main reasons why the jungle role somehow kind of died down here. And it's different whereas in the international scene you have members holding up their lane and making sure that the wards are going out, and if technically speaking you play correctly the rotation should not harm the jungle, but because of that it is not as well observed in the scene, therefore the jungle role is not as viable. And that being said, we do have a Kraken pickup by Team Hellborn, and that's Orange Esports for you this game. And if it is going to be a Kraken, it should be by Endkindler.
Yeah, it could be that Endkinder playing it in the off lane unless Kido decides to play it in the mid lane. Although I really feel he shines much more better in the off lane because he gets uncontested farm. I mean not uncontested farm. He gets uncontested levels. He has actually one of those really strong strength heroes because he has the highest movement speed out of the strength heroes, I believe. 310 movement speed base movement speed I'm talking about, and he's so tanky. His strength gain is pretty damn high. His intelligence gain is actually pretty good as well, so that's why he's able to actually utilize his spells much more often. Splash has just got completely buffed like hell, so yeah, it's really good that hero is being picked up more and more often. There is a Torture, by the way, that was a response pick coming from Vision Team. It's kind of okay, seeing as to how that they don't want to suddenly give that up to Hellborn Team, as it could be very dangerous on top Kraken. But I think there's still a lot of heroes that could choose before that Torture.
Yeah, the torture pick here is a little bit of a problem, if you ask me. But I guess that Impunity is going to run a little bit more aggressive in terms of the support. So Torture is slightly more aggressive, and that's why they have it there. And that's it. The Hack is going to the Hellborn team, and that is interesting to see because they already have the Kraken. So Hack is going to be able to put for a big bad blast if the Kraken ultimate is going to be effective. So that is good combo from them. They also got the MO to work with. So we might be able to see a little bit of a tri lane. Not so sure yet, depending on who is going to go mid, and that is, I mean, so far a lot of things are still pretty much open in today's meta game. You can't really predict lanes anymore because even players, they do rotate the lane around like we did see from Impunity in the first game. Of course, I'm expecting Lucky to be playing carry in this game. I'm not expecting Anduin to do it again. They did expand the first luxury game, which is not at neck line yet. It is still pretty okay. So now they are gonna bring their ace game, and this is where if they've got any secrets they want to show, this is gonna be the best of moment, and that is what I want to see. That said, however, Anduin's gonna ban out the Empire themselves, and they are also gonna ban out the Prisoner 945 with Pestilence. So those are the mid lane strong heroes that Team Hellborn doesn't have just yet. I think he's expecting Kito to us, and he's expecting NK to play Kraken in the Swiss side, so that's okay. Whereas for Orange Esports, Rally being banned, Parasite is questionable. But Parasite is effective in this current particular lineup coming from Legion side if they're playing very aggressive. I do believe that it could be a, I don't know, it could be Empath because Empath with a Sandrift is very effective.
Hmm. I think the parasite ban over there, it just means that Orange Esports is trying to sneak past a little Tempest pick at the end here in the second picking stage, because if they get that right, their team fight is just immensely super strong. Like you have double sucking suctions of power power thing from like Kraken and Tempest Ultimate. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Like, I think it's gonna get sucked in really really fast. And then you have a hag to blast on top of that, so that's a lot of team fight
Legion team gonna get
damage.
sucked today. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, oh god, sounds so wrong. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
they have a lot
exactly,
of
Nar.
they have a lot of team fight potential. Hag always also has that, right click potential with the abilities to just purchase things like the Savage Mace on top of like his, Hell Flower, or even like the Clover Sheepstick, be the right click auto attack, even with the Brimmer of Powers, so many items you can go for. And I think that even okay, like right now the missing pieces for them right now is the jungle or secondary support and the offlane. It could be that Warbeast offlane or even the Kraken offlane. Maybe they're probably just gonna go for mid, but because they're shadow picking the Warbeast, it could be a Kraken mid and a Warbeast offlane, and then probably Hag in that carryish role, and Tempest in the jungle, Master Farms secondary support. They're gonna go Blacksmith either way on Legion team. So I don't really really like the supports coming out from this Legion team so far.
Yeah, and that's the thing that is going on there. I do believe that Lucky. I won't expect him to play as Blacksmith, but Blacksmith is somewhat a little bit more aggressive. The problem is that I know Lark, you have got a very bad feeling when it comes to Blacksmith. Having to play there yourself. But anyway, Tempest is gonna be picked up there by Team Hellbound. So yes, it's gonna be double the suction power that we all mentioned before. So that is gonna be a real powerful vacuum that we have on the right side. So anyway, game going
Yeah.
on here, and gonna come back to topic. So 10 seconds left on the last countdown there by Team Legion, and who's gonna be the last member there? That's the question. They haven't really got the mid lane carry. That's gonna be a Pandemonium. I really like that pick because it does stun the hell out of anyone that does. It does have a pretty good sizable stun range. So if he is
Okay.
under the effect of the Kraken ultimate, he can also stun out, or if he can also stun into the Pestilence. And don't forget, sorry, the Tempest. Don't forget that there is a Torture stun, there's a Blacksmith stun, there's a Panda stun, Bubbles has a Kelp Fill, so it's gonna be essentially 4 men there with sustainable kind of a stun as well as lockdown. So I don't really see how this Tempest is gonna take flight in this game.
I mean, he can if he gets a shrunken hit, but it would
Oh,
be
that's a
very
big
later.
if, guy, because don't
Yeah.
forget, Team Legion is playing very aggressively this game.
Yeah. And also the fact that even if I'm not mistaken, even if he has a shrunken hit, I don't know about this, but I haven't played Panda as often. It's been a really long time, but I think his cannonball does stun a shrunken headed target. I'm not too sure about that. So I could be mistaken. We'll just have to wait and see. I definitely think there's gonna be trialing aggression coming out from Impurity Storm right now. They're gonna have Bubbles mid, Sandwave bottom, Torture, Blacksmith, and Pandemonium top. That would be pretty strong, unless they just decide to go conventional. Bubbles top, mid's gonna be that Panda, Torture, or Blacksmith. Bottom's gonna be that Sandwave with whatever they're gonna have, and Hellpoint team is just gonna go for really really strong starting lineup here. We're actually gonna see a offlane hag rather than, well, not offlane hag, sorry, short lane hag rather than uh an offlane, what do you call this, hag, because Zephyr is actually gonna be playing the bushwhack. So they have like 3 core heroes coming up from Hellborn team right now. Slightly greedy, I have to say.
Yeah, they have, and well, that's interesting to see because Impurity definitely have been running the Tricore for quite some time already, and quite some time already. Sorry, and that is the way that
Wait,
Impunity has.
Orange?
Orange, yeah, Orange is trying to catch up to that. That's what I'm about to say. And Impunity, I mean, they have been running a Tricore, and it was pretty effective, but As for Orange esports, they definitely have got dual support, and Tricore is not something that you always see there. But I would say that that is not a very effective kind of a roster for Tricore. The main reason is that Tempest is not dual support. When you play 3 heroes that needs farm, you need dual support to roam around, and they don't have that. Previously, in the last cycle, or maybe the cycle before that for Haunted Southeast Asia, they have done it before very successfully with dual supports. But in this game, they have the Tempest, and I don't know if Impunity is baiting them to pick the Tempest, but I'm thinking here that if this game does go to Impunity, it's definitely because Orange picked the jungle hero.
You mean yeah, I think so as well. But like, okay, if you see right off the bat, Tempest straight away buys up the usual components for Tempest, and I don't really agree with that because Legion team can actually group as 5, go top, try to ward off a camp, and because of the fact that they have more stuns early game as compared to your team, they could potentially kill you guys in the in engagement. So I don't know. I really feel that should probably sell off the Pretender's Crown or maybe even the mana potion, the 5 mana pots, and just purchase some what do you call this, a Word of Revelation before purchasing his mana potions. After that, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we have to, and that's it. Game is paused so far. I do believe that Team Legion caught for that one, so maybe a little bit of a latency problem or a huge strat pause. So, like they always say, if there's a big pause before the game start and no words are being uttered there, like no lag or no nothing, it's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, I hope so too. I definitely hope so too. I think they're just probably praying right now, and just
Oh, come on.
I bet they're doing team cheers and like, okay guys, we're gonna win this.
Little bit
All
of
in.
get together session there.
No, kind of thing. But
More
yeah.
boosting shit. Yeah, oh, what the hell? You must be still in secondary school. Anyway, that said, yeah, I gotta use this opportunity to introduce both teams as well as players. We got from Team Legend, that's gonna be Impunity from Singapore. Andrew Reen there is gonna be the drafter. That will be your Bubbles. And Fur gonna be on the Blacksmith. Zeriatar, that's the captain. That will be your Pandemonium. We also got Lucky, and that will be the carry Sandrift, reprising his favorite carry role. Rom2, also pronounced as Impromptu, previously known as Air. He's gonna be the Torturer. That's it on Hellbourne side. We got Mr. Ghost Top Throw, and that would be from ORGE Spots from Malaysia. That's the drafter, and he will be your MOA. Kraken being played by Kido instead of Angular, that's interesting. WTF on to the Wretched Hack, that would be the carry as well. Bushwhack being played by Ankiller, that is really something because he is going to the top lane. Or no, I don't know where he's going. Anyway, Shui is going to go jungle, and that would be the Tempest. And Shui, man, I love to see his Tempest because he always has got a great engagement sense. So I'm hoping that it is going to be a great game.
I also hope as well. They're actually gonna both converge bottom lane. Not so sure about that. Like Tempest is actually gonna, is not afraid of getting his jungle warded off. I think they just know that the Legion team wants to set up for a straight up tri-lane aggression
Needs to be
right off the
really
bat.
careful here because it's going to be 5 against 3. But here comes the Kraken, and there goes the Pandemonium. They know that there is a lot of red ants there, and the black ants are going to nicely pull out. By the way, red ants means Hellborn. Yeah, and the taunts going out both way. Look at that. Oh, yeah, there we go, dancing a little bit. That is the Pandemonium, or rather, the I don't know what's that. The
Jeet Kundu, Jeet Kundo, Jeet Kun something. I don't know.
Chicken Dragon or something. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, I still think that the Tiger
Tigermonium
Muay
is the
Thai
best.
is
Yes,
like way
yes.
better. It's so cool with that. That what
Fighting
tiger knee kick or some shit he says whenever he uses the cannonball. But yeah, never mind. This Chikundu really
Oh
sucks.
my
I have
god,
to
such a
say.
nerd. Lark is such a nerd.
I am. I really am. But yeah. Okay, so just looking at the lanes, it will be a Sandwave mid. So yeah, I was right.
Oh,
They were
what
gonna
the
do a
hell?
tri-lane aggression, but I don't know how effective this is gonna be. It's gonna be Sandrift against a Hag at mid nonetheless, so Hag should easily crush this lane. Plus, Sandrift doesn't have stack regen.
Yeah, they did change the lanes really well, and Lucky is going to the mid lane. And it seems like Anduin's going to play Bubbles in the long lane, and that's questionable. But we still have bottom lane is the Pandemonium as well as Rom2 playing the Torture plus a Blacksmith. So that's a lot there.
Yeah, and I definitely feel that Kraken is not going to be as effective in this early start of the game. They need him to be effective though, because that Kraken ultimate is just really, really good in team fights. But he won't have that anytime soon because you can see already that tri-lane aggression is forcing him out of lane. That Master of Arms is going to try to set up a gank. He might actually
Yeah.
even throw a stun out here.
You will be able to do that. The Overcharger is going to collect quickly, and a little bit of the extra toothpick poke coming from the Sand Wraith. Not getting too much of damage in because of the lack of time to do so. However, a little bit extra gang happening at the background. Also, here comes the Kraken, and it seems like they're going to completely abandon the bottom lane. seeing the amount of resources that Legion team does come into it. That's 3 heroes there, and they need to be really careful because the dual support, they can be stacking jungle, but they need to take care of the Sandrift. That's the key here.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Sandreef, like leaving Sandreef like this is so.
Oh, here comes the
powerful,
Kraken, and Kraken
Maruko.
having only the tsunami charge. That's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be Reavers there. Heck's gonna slow it a lot, and that would definitely be the bad blast. Bloodlust already. Sorry. Heck goes in for extra kill potential, but doesn't get anything. Now, what a joke it is! And it seems like the Blackstone.
Eat a tree, eat a tree.
Yeah, the Blackstone is gonna be enough to save the Sandreef.
Okay, yeah,
it
he
is.
doesn't need to eat a
Level 1 ticks is not very scary, that's it. Rotation's gonna come up because of the gang. I do believe that Legion team now knows that Hellbourne is up to some mischief here, and Rom 2 is gonna rotate a little bit to the upstream. However, we still got Blacksmith down south, and he's gonna farm up the pole camp, and that's interesting.
Yep, and top lane is really funny that like Bubbles against Bushwhack. Bushwhack's actually doing a huge job against this guy. Bushwhack is not gonna go for that early splinter shot. Usually you like to see that, but he's not that carry role for this game. Rather, it's WTF in this mid, who's actually having support now from Mr. Ghost. Sandreef is here now with this invisible torture. I don't think they won't be able to set up a kill any which way that they want to. And this is the problem about the blacksmith. I don't really agree with it because it's not a hero that can really harass people. He has to get really close. Yes, he's fairly tanky at the start, but that's about it. And he only has that one stun spell. Yeah, it does a decent amount of damage for 5 seconds. It's pretty good, but when it reaches the later stages, it doesn't scale as greatly. Of course, he needs that ultimate to be, you know, that much more scarier.
That's right, I believe everyone is now going to be asking about the CS on this Sandrift, only 4-0, whereas for Ratchet 11-6 already. That's a Legion team is going to have a little bit of a problem so far. They do have a 200 gold deficit facing them. And that's it, it is going to be that way. And yeah, it is. I mean, we have Zarina Tara, and that's going to be bottom lane. And my bad, it really wasn't changed, but it is now fixed, so don't worry about that. Anyway, Pandemonium is pretty okay, about 21-6, whereas Kraken nowhere near that, 0-0. So Kraken is completely addressed, and here comes that extra kick potential from the Jeet Kune Dragon. Extra stun as well. Blacksmith landing the fireball, and the Kraken should be able to run away or not. So let me check. I thought he could at least charge to his particular direction there. Maybe charge back home, but nope, it's nowhere close to that.
I think he could have actually just charged bottom ways, but even then he would still be caught up because Blacksmith was in the vicinity behind there. Boots on Panda, by the way, so he could just easily walk up. And you saw the amount of damage from that cannonball, and that's because he went for 2 levels in Flick. It's just that minus armor is really strong on top of that. Pure physical damage from cannonball, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, and that's good. So it's cute to see that, and we do have the hack in the mid lane against the Sandrift. Sandrift is, I don't know, but Sandrift is, he shouldn't be here. That's the problem. Unless Pandemonium has a fantastic farm, which is, unless you tell me Pandemonium is going to be carried for this game. But the Sandrift is a very late game hero, so he needs the help there. And he's not getting that, so that is pretty questionable for Team Legion. And I hope that Hellbourne knows exactly what they're doing, but they are going to try and push down the tower here. Blacksmith absorbing too much of an attack from the tower as compared as he should. Definitely the Kraken is going to be in a little bit of a tight spot, but he's going to charge away, and that's going to be fine. The Impalement is going to affect the tower a little bit, and that's going to mean extra push potential there. But if this tower does go down, I do believe Sandrift is going to have extra space to farm at the bottom lane. They need to be really careful because there's double damage on the Pandemonium. And here comes the MOA, landing the acid bomb to try and do a little bit of death turns against the Legion team. But is it going to be enough? That's the question though. I feel that it may not be because they are just banking on this extra luck here. And yeah, Kraken is around but only level 2, and the way this Hannah screams is just weird. But anyway, they're gonna try and tank up and man up against his tower. It is possibly gonna go down, and the stun is gonna land there. But Pandemonium is a little bit of a questionable spot there. He does nicely cannonball all of that. The flick should be affected there, and it seems like Kraken is gonna be turned on instead, and he goes down. It's weird to see Kraken get turned on, but anyway.
Yeah, he got turned on, man. Like he likes pain, but yeah, but he died really quickly, and so that was just highly inappropriate. That was kind of weird. Like they got tower plus a kill on Kiddo, second kill nonetheless. In fact, second kill in this game. Kiddo just feeding twice, and that's mainly because Kiddo is going to the bottom lane rather than to the mid where he usually is. And I think that he's having a really hard time over here. And I gotta say that Legion team, they're quite set back right now, and that's mainly because this Tempest, he's actually gonna be able to push down this top tier 1 tower and set up a gank from mid and open up more space. And Sanrafe, who is the core, really the main core hero on Legion team, is not getting any type of farm. Only 187.
Yeah, and that's good. So that's it. I mean, so far everything is looking pretty good for Team Legion side. 2-0 already, and about 6 minutes in, I would say that 900 gold lead for Team Legion, doing a lot of work there. And there's gonna be a little bit of a pot back here, and Pandemonium is actually gonna be able to kill Kraken first. But here comes the Hack, and Hack looking to make something happen. But a Sandra is gonna pop the ultimate here, and Hack is gonna be turned on instead. No, he is not gonna pot in here. So Panna is gonna have to space the pot away. Meanwhile, Anduin will deny the top lane, and it seems like everything is going well for Team Legion so far. 800 gold lead already, except the Bushwhack does have pretty good farm, about 300 GPM, Panna about 400. So they are prioritizing the Panna for the early and the mid stages of this game. And Sanrif, he is still at the mid lane, not having very good farm, 200 plus GPM, but it seems like he is not the core strategy, or rather the key recipe to win this game here.
Yeah, and I don't know, like Bushwhack, he is super farmed, I think. Being like that short lane, well, off lane, short lane. I don't know what the hell you want to talk about that, but he's doing a really good job here, top against his Bubbles. Bubbles is level 6, and he's not able to set up any gank just yet because he's getting heavily harassed by this Bushwhack. I would like to see him rotate around and set up a gank somewhere across the map. The two supports have actually decided to rotate top to set up a kill onto Bushwhack, which I think is definitely possible. But I don't know, it would take a lot of overextension from Bushwhack to actually have that happen to them. In the meantime though, 3 heroes out of the Hellborn team is gonna go ahead and push down the middle lane, and that's a Shui and the Tempest, so that should be really fast for them.
Yep, and yeah, it's gonna happen quickly. That's it. Mid lane, we do have the Hack as well as the Tempest. Tempest already level 7, and it's surprising that there is no lockdown on Shui. So he's about 300 GPM in, and looking really good so far. Already having completed the Ring of Sorcery, that's gonna help him farm a lot faster as well. So if he does have the portal key, this could be big for Team Legion. And I mean, there's a lot of aggression onto the Kraken, but Kraken lockdown, is it going to be as effective as Tempest lockdown? Kraken does need to play a very important role in this entire game, I give you that, but the Tempest is going to be the big one that needs to be addressed.
Very much so. And they're like, okay, you see, Legion team, they're so spread out that they can't they can't defend any of the towers. They already lost the tier 1 top. They're probably gonna lose the tier 1 mid as well. They cannot defend at all. Their team just cannot have any any form of defense right now. Even though you have a level 7 Pandemonium, the rest of your supports is sitting only at a lowly level 3. What are they gonna do? They're gonna get tier 2 right now as their tier 1.
Not gonna get denied, it will be destroyed, but here comes the Sandrift. He's also not gonna pot in, but here comes the Fireball stun. Is that gonna be follow up? Though Tempest has got a Tempest element of void, so they need to be really careful. Nice little blast back home there by the MOA onto the Jikun Dragon. So Jikun Dragon doing a lot of work, but level 7 only as compared to Tempest level 8. And that's the power of Shui, man. He just leaves the guy alone and he does his magic there. So a lot of work being done by Shui in this game. And I would be expecting Shui to do a lot of good work going to the mid game, because now he's got pretty much uncontested farm in the jungle. Nothing is warded against him. He's got a lot of extra survivability and stuff like that. And I mean, there is also no defensive ward going out, so it is going to be questionable if there is going to be a gank. And now that Legion team has addressed the bottom lane tower, they should be looking to push the mid as well. But Kraken now is going to be challenged by Jikun Dragon, a little bit questionable. The stun just missed there. Could have been because of the tsunami charge, but Kraken, if the stun did hit, he would be dead meat. We would have takoyaki for lunch, dinner, and breakfast, because there's so much meat there anyway.
What? Okay,
takoyaki, you know? Do you not like takoyaki?
Yes, I know takoyaki. Bubbles could have actually sniped out the kill on Hag, but definitely should not port in because you will just die. Man, Hellborn team's just finding every inch and nook and cranny to just just steal everything away from Legion team. They stole a lot of ancients right there. They didn't take the 2 huge Dragon Masters there. At least Legion team will have the ability to make use of that, but yeah, they lost a lot already. You see, there's actually an advantage in their favor right now, the Hellborn team.
Jikun Dragon again goes in for the flick, and there goes the Cannonball Stun. This is gonna connect quickly, but the big Kraken ultimate, no, it's gonna slow the Pandemonium and a reverse charge back home the town there. It's gonna be the tower. Now here comes the Bushwhack with the double damage. Now the Dragon is not gonna take flight. He is going down and swing your Tonkatsu a little bit more. Did I just say non-Kachu? Is it non-Chaku? Yeah, non-Chaku. Yeah. That Song Jie-kun there anyway. Yep, now goes the Dragon. Not able to use this weapon to maximum effectiveness. I would say that it's a good engagement sense, but the Hellborn was expecting that really, so.
He's overextending. That's just a simple case of overextension. You can't. Oh my god, Hag just screwed up his pull. Oh, heck, what are you doing? But yeah,
Guys, that's WTF for you anyway.
yeah, but it's just like he made a huge mistake in the sense that you should know that there's really quick backup coming up from this Hellborn team. You're charging past a tier 2 tower, well not really past, but near a tier 2 tower, which you can easily port it to, and you know that with the homecoming stones, the effectiveness works as in the first tower is like what 3 seconds or something. As soon as it gets to the the more inner towers, it gets really faster in terms of the port. So you can't really decide to do something like that. Plus, on top of everything else, on a Kraken nonetheless, who hasn't released a Kraken, which really saved his life. If he didn't use that, he would have died, in my opinion, because that ultimate from Pandemonium, it was gonna hit so hard on top of that level 2 flick.
That's it. The Tempest looking for a big element of void. There he goes. It's gonna pick up both support there. It is not the best, but it is enough to pick up both of them, and that would be due to the soul credits of Shui. So that's gonna be good. They will also have the space to push down the bottom lane tower now, because Sanrio does a Mirage, but there is no bubbles coming in here. So it's gonna be wise if the Dragon just nicely build out on this team here. He might want to cancel the pot though. Yep, it's gonna self-cancel anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And that being said, it seems like the tower is not gonna get contested here. Fort's gonna be used. The supports have already respawned, but they don't have enough for a port, or rather they are not gonna port. There is no port on the torture, but here comes the bubbles, and yep, unfortunately enough, it seems like orange.esports will not get a tower there.
Yeah, they can't get the tower. I actually thought they would be able to, but just didn't push fashion. They didn't push fast enough. No, they didn't push fast enough. Then I don't know what happened over there.
What is
Richard Hack
Shannon gonna do here?
Sanreef? I don't think Sanreef is gonna do anything much because that's a level 9 bushwhack with.
That's a sidestep god there, guys.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah,
Sanreef
sidestep
going
god,
somewhere.
exactly.
Sanreef going down south, and there he goes, looking for the kill on Kraken, and gets it nicely. There is no element of void. This is gonna be a big exploit, and Master of Arms gonna go down as well. So that's gonna be a 2-0. Both going to end the win. It's gonna be a double tap for him. That's interesting to see that. And Sanreef comes in the nick of time. That's it. It's gonna be the blacksmith that will try and farm at the northern side of this entire map. Rather, you can call it the western side. So that's gonna be the top lane, and it's gonna be good, but the gang is gonna be incoming soon. I do believe that's the Hack. Hack is looking for extra space to try and come in the gang onto, commit the gang onto the blacksmith. But he is gonna play very safe, so it's gonna be fine. And I'm just excited to see that this game, even though there's a slight amount of gold deficit going out in terms of Team Legion bank, but I hope that they are able to keep it up quickly with the extra commitment to the Pandemonium that does have pretty good farm. The only question is that he is, in fact, a little bit under level 9 only as compared to Sanri's level 10 and the usual level 10 from both the Bushwhack and the Tempest. So I hope that he's going to be able to get more kills. Only 1, 1, and 3. It seems like the extra resources commit to this Pandemonium may not actually pay off so soon.
Yeah, they're gonna get another triple stack Ancients here from Hellborn team, so they're gonna maximize even much more farm. Like Legion team, they have not done that stolen Ancients. You see right there, they could have actually just destroyed that and then come back to it later. Not sure why they're not taking this. Blacksmith gonna find the farm top. Yeah, but I don't think he will die to Bushwhack just yet. Unless he overextends, and Bushwhack has the Energizer to, just chase him down whenever he wants to. Once he hits level 11, then maybe probably he will be able to kill off this Blacksmith, because that level 2 Jungle Toxin is even that much more scarier. That's like freaking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Bubbles jumped in there, could have been a kill, but anyway, we are looking at a Kraken just run away, and Bubbles playing it very safe. He does have a total of 1 point to take cover. That's why he didn't pot in, because even if he went in, he would not have the time, or rather the skills, to nicely bait out the entire Hellborn team while he's in that take cover effect for the rest of his members to come in. So that's gonna be pretty questionable. And that's it. Rom2 now gonna nicely try and de-ward this top and bottom river ward of sight, as well as try and block out the ancient camp. So that's gonna be okay. But here comes the Hack though, and there goes the bad blast. It seems like Rom2 is gonna be a little bit of a tight spot there. The HoN is gonna try and kill him, but he's gonna try and pop back home. There's a double damage on WTF, but he is not committing to the kill, so he is gonna be more than fine. That's it. However, Pandemonium is staring down the soul of the Tempest at the bottom lane, but by himself it's gonna be very hard to pick up the kill. But Sanreef comes in, spots out 3 men. If the Kraken pots away, it could mean a kill. And Kraken's gonna try and pot to the mid lane. Yes, it seems like it's a little bit too late. Lucky will pick up the kill on WTF already. That's the wretched Hack that has got double damage. So what happened there? That is sad to see.
Sanreef just ported in, used the Desert Curse and just auto-attacked him. Like, poked him with his little curse. I mean,
that's the story.
Yeah, that's the story. Like, Hack can't do anything. He was already pretty low. Yeah, hit double damage, but
Pandemonium trying to set something up here. He
Oh.
gets blasted all the way back home there. What a shot it is.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that's actually gonna happen over there. Pandemonium, man, cannot find any sort of item or space to do anything like it. That's a problem with Pandemonium. If you don't get that early snowball, it's kind of hard for you to set up ganks. Like, you don't have a portal key. He's going for a straight up shrunken head because he doesn't want to be cancelled when he uses the face smash. But look at Kraken, man. He's trying to man up really ballsy here. Has the invisibility rune, of course. Doesn't have his steam boost just yet, but he will eventually have it soon.
Yeah, I'm just looking at those legs and how many Takoyaki can make out of that. But do you see those legs there? It's...
That Takoyaki.
Anyway, Bushwhack up now is gonna get ganged there. That Kelfield is coming down. Maybe a star potential, but the cannonball is gonna connect. So Bushwhack goes down. What a niche cannonball it is.
Yeah, that ass, man, that ass. It
Ass?
picked up the kill. That was really nice. They're gonna go ahead and try to push down this tier 1. Sorry, not tier 1. Tier 2 bottom lane, and like Hag is still not close to his what is it called? The Grimmer of Power anytime just yet. Bubbles is taking. Okay, no, I thought he was actually taking damage from here, but just creeps. Yeah, the supports coming out from this Legion team. This is the problem I mentioned about earlier. Like, they're not picking up farm, they're not picking up levels, and it's not as effective when it's just like you're having 2 bodies there to throw to the fire kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep. Torrent landing on the Pandemonium down south, a little bit of a push potential coming from the Hellborn side. It seems like the tower is gonna be nicely contested. Defense is coming out real quick, and the entire Legion team is already here. Except for the Seraph that doesn't need a homecoming stone, so he is. It doesn't have mana for that, so it's pretty questionable. But he will have it right now. So that's it. Things are looking pretty good so far for both teams. I'm not saying that there's absolute advantage going for the Legion side, but I'm saying that the Jikun Dragon is a little bit over from than the Hellborn will love it to be. So they need to address that. But don't forget that the Antkiller, sorry, not Antkiller, yeah, it is Antkiller. Cipher playing as Bushwhack. He does also like a pretty good farm, but the problem is that playing as the Bushwhack, there is a subtle limit as to what you can really offer in most team fights, because you only can just, you know, auto attack bit by bit, you know, one by one, and there's nothing like the Moon Queen Moon Finale. There's nothing like the Dark Lady extra boost in terms of silence as well when talking about the Dark Blades, Draconis with the multi-hero attacking ability, and none of those on the Bushwhack, so he is pretty weak to that extent and also very squishy. So that's it. The tower is still going to be contested here, and Elemental Void is up on Tempest. Are we going to see that? He's going to walk in, but he doesn't have the portal key, so just staggering a little bit, making this really hyped up so far. Dancing all about the place there. The stun's going out on the Pandemonium. The Babael is going out quickly, and down goes Torture just straight up. And Killer committing to this kill already. Bubbles going in. The tower gets denied. The Kraken ultimate is just happening very quickly. Meanwhile, on the flip side though, things are just swimming all across the map, and it seems like a Blacksmith is going to be the only thing that is going to be left there. We also have Jikun Dragon summons to stand, but the Element of Void is going to be back, and yes, it is going to catch the Bubbles as well as the Jikun Dragon. So that's going to be working so well for WTF with the hat-trick. Lucky does pick up a kill, but that's the Sandra. If he's the carry, he's going to be fine, and a little bit of the Torture does come back. I don't believe he bought back there, so it is going to be okay. And man, Shoei just waited for the clutch moment to pot that ultimate, and that's what you want to see from a good Tempest player.
Yeah, actually wanted to do it a little bit earlier, but he got stunned to hell from, I think it was like the kelp field plus the silence coming from this bubble, so couldn't really get that better placement on 3 heroes right off the bat. But that was really good initiation, I gotta say, coming from WTF. Like, he completely went in, like he was balls to wall. He went in, just quickly bursted down the enemy team, and Ziffer did his job. Like, he was like the meat shield for the team right there. I feel like in this kind of situation, Bushwhack is more of like the meat shield for the team, because he will dish out a lot of damage if you don't kill him. But at the same time, it forces you to target him down. So while your team is busy, you know, dealing with the Bushwhack, the rest of our team is just gonna, you know what, just kite around, auto attack you to death, wait for Tempest ultimate to, you know, catch you all into a huge 5-man Elemental Void. Over there, it seemed like it was about to be a huge one, but he got stunned and silenced to death that he couldn't really get the best one off.
Yeah.
It did kind of work out in the end though, because I think there was a buyback, if I'm not mistaken, by the Panda, so
Yep.
at least it stopped the aggression for it from that point on.
That's it. It's a huge win for Hellborn, but okay, yeah, I would agree that Element 4 is not the biggest of all, but it does grip hold 2 of the key players there, and it did kill Panda again, so that's gonna slow his shrunken head for a lot. That being said, so far this game Orange Esports has got a slight lead. But I'm gonna give credit to Team Legion to give. I mean, they did try their best to try and delay the element of void. That alone requires a lot of effort and team synergy. So they know that they are gonna try and burst down the Tempest, but the Tempest doesn't have the space for the element of void. So that's a good news for them. So they know exactly what they're doing. But the problem is that they don't have much farm. And if this goes on, I mean, you're waiting for Lucky to carry you guys today, but they have a Jomin's Vein only on the center, nothing of gross concern yet. 400 GPM, he has nicely overtaken the Jikun Dragon. So it seems like the mid center did work out after all.
I wouldn't say it was that effective. I just feel like it's the fact that he was able to, once he hit level 6, find those easy picking targets in the mid. Like every time that he used the ultimate, he was at least able to pick up a kill. I still think that was a really weird laning coming out from them to go like send the Sandreef mid. If they had not done that, Sandreef would have been that much more scarier in this game. But now that no, I mean not now, but because of the way that the game happened like that, he was not able to pick up a really good farm. He only has a Geometer's Bane, doesn't even have a Shrunken hit, so he's still very susceptible to the magical output coming from the Hellborn team. They're taking Kong right now. Sandreef is thinking about trying to go in, but I don't think they can take a team fight.
Nope, they can't. Actually, they can. There's no element of void for the next 15 seconds. If they are able to burst down the Tempest quick enough, then yes. But now it's not going to be a good time because only 10 seconds left on the element of void. So it's going to be good if they just nicely fall back here. And I mean, Hellborn team, they know it as well. So they are going to wait for a overcommitment, overextension from the Legion side before they jump in for the extra kill. Now Bubbles is going to be in a little bit of a tight spot, but the Desert Curse is going to come up quickly. And there goes the Mirage. Is he potting anywhere? That is going to be true. He is coming down here and picking up the kill on the Bushwhack. But the big bad blast going out there as well as the crack counter, but that's going to kill Lucky. And it seems the element of void is going to be effective. A little bit of a small cancel, but too late. It seems like the damage has already been done. And Ratchet is going to be a little bit slammed down in the face, but he is going to be fine. Blackspeed not able to do much of a thing there. And Kongor now a little bit awakened, and Tempest is going down. It is going to be sure. But Blacksmith as well as Bubbles will pay the price. So WTF there with the Sauna Scream picked up those kills there. We do have Kraken trying to play a little bit of catch up against Rom2. Rom2 just flying with the Striders there. So that is again another team fight in favor of Orange esports. They're just doing it so well. 2:4 kind of exchange. They've got the space to take the Kongor right now, but they don't have the manpower or the health to do so.
Yeah, they really don't. They shouldn't decide to do that as well because they would probably get crushed in the next team fight. A lot of their success was because they had that quick Tempest Elemental Void. Yeah, it didn't lock them down for that longest duration, but it was long enough for Hag to at least get some DPS in. And it was. See, this is the problem about the. What's his name? The Pandemonium, because he's not farmed at all. He died so fast, only 1.3k HP. Just died to auto attacks from that Tempest and the rest of his teammates when he was locking down the Hag. So it's really unfortunate for him. And I think that this next team fight, if they decide again to go for Kong, it could be much more better for Legion team. Sandreef is just doing a really good job. I mean, he is wasting his life, but the thing is he's jumping in and forcing them to really waste their ultimates and all that kind of jazz so that the rest of the Legion lineup can actually follow up.
Yeah, and in this game, I would say the Legion team needs to stick to their guns, but they don't have ammunition in that. So it's a little bit sad to see that the Sandreef doesn't even have the Shrunken yet. He should be looking at that pretty soon, and he does have the Mighty Blade already completed. So now farming at the bottom lane, finally he is going to have to reprise that favorite bottom lane that Sandreef can definitely go to, as in the short lane. So that's it. Hellborn team is definitely looking for extra push potential, but there is no element of void this time around, and they need to be really careful because Legion team knows it as well. They might want to try and translate this to a push. Elemental gonna nicely spot out the ward attempt by the Torture. Torture already having the Bound Eye, so that means that a lot of D-wards gonna happen, and it could be a black map. Or rather, it is already a black map for Orange esports, and they're playing this completely blind, but they're okay with that so far.
Yeah, really blind indeed. Not sure why Hellborn doesn't decide to set up some wards. I think just really far behind in gold.
Oh, speaking of wards, some new ones just landed there, and it's from Mr.
Yeah.
Ghost. Will not be able to spot anything at all, but it will at least help them with a little bit of vision should the next Kongor attempt be on schedule. That said, 12 is 12 here, and Lark, which kind of a team, I say, which side would you give your favor to?
I still think that Hellborn has this in the bag if they get their wombo combo off, but if not, then it's going to be pretty difficult for them. They are still banking on some success from this Bushwhack, but Bushwhack is just not going the right items. He's going for... And also, I guess in this kind of situation, it's pretty alright because they will kind of cancel out the, the face mash or maybe the stun lockdown. But it's just gonna be one of those spells that they're gonna waste on you, and they won't, it will just cancel out that, and then you have extra follow up. Like say, Blacksmith uses a stun onto the Bushwhack, and then you have a quick follow up from Pandemonium with the face mash. The thing about that is that at least they force out the stun from Blacksmith and the rest of the team can actually do some stuff. Like Tempest can actually go in and do shit, but Tempest is gonna get his own shrunken head, so I don't think he's worried too much about that. It's gonna be done in like 50 more gold, so yeah, kind of scary
Yep.
right now.
What's nice is that both members of the top lane, the Bubbles, as well as the Bushwhack are already at level 14 each. So that said, both of them are having pretty good level, farming wise also. So if you can look at the GPM of Bushwhack, that will be a 300 plus, as well as Bubbles at about 300 plus. So that's pretty much tight top lane. But when you compare lanes like that, you're gonna have to go through the entire map. But before we go there, it seems like a gank is gonna be well on the way here. There is a Torture level 8. And still, one thing that really bothers me is the Torture is still at level 8.
Yeah, I mean, like again, this comes back to my point. Like the way that the game was paced, they were not able to get levels on their heroes, on their support heroes, nor were they able to get like items at least for them. Like you see Blacksmith only sitting level 9, he doesn't have nowhere close to getting that level 2 Chaotic Flames ultimate, so they're just really far behind in this game. You look at the EXP advantage 7k, the gold is not as bad because you see there are a couple of good items there on the Legion team. Like Pandemonium has his Shrunken and Finish now. The Brutalizer, by the way, is completed by Sandra. I'm not sure why he's still not getting that. I was about to say the Mono Press Plate. I mean the Shrunken Head, because it will allow him to kind of just run around team fights. I think he's just more focused on just quickly bursting down the heroes, which is not that bad as well. Seeing as to how they have the Tempest and this Bushwhack that can run away like really easily, and there's already Shrunken Heads up on the Hag, so I guess it doesn't want to be that's not useless in team fights. That Mirage will definitely help out a lot. It can easily spot out the target, quickly burst him down. But the thing is, Torturer and his support friend, the Blacksmith, they are so far behind in farm.
Okay, I'll just like to say this right now. Tempest has got Element of Void. They just nicely decide to go into the Kong Pit and will be spotted out by the Legion's new ward of sight there. So they know what's going on, but is it going to be quick enough to come in to try and stop the Kong attempt? That's the question. And can they kill the Tempest? Tempest already has got Shrunken Head. So if the Pandemonium is able to land a stun after the Void plus Shrunken combo goes out, maybe something can be worked there. But it seems like orange.esports sniffs a red and will be able to back away quickly. I mean, the whole map is black. Maybe not black, but empty. There's no one there, so definitely they are expecting a little bit of extra push. So they are going to try and mop up the Ancients first. Kongor is going to be left with a little bit of the sandy trail. He's not going to be too happy with that. Looks ever as pissed as he can ever be. That being said, Hag does flash a bit into the bottom stream, but will not get anything done. And 12 is to 12 here, man. And I mean, in general, I would definitely love to see Blacksmith with 2 dice as compared to 1. He needs the second one at level 11, and he is very far behind from that one as well. That said, Saren having the Brutalizer is going to mean a lot, and Bubbles is just playing it very safe. He should be opting for a Kutra Shipstick real soon. We'll be able to get that before the 35 minutes mark if it is on schedule. The problem is that I don't think he's got space to farm, and Hellborn is just really waiting to milk this Kongo attempt right now, and going in even. So this is going to be the next team fight soon, and
here we go.
Yep, it is going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. Are we going to see a big suction power from the Tempest and the Kraken? Not just yet, but Kongor is absurdly low right now, and there goes the Mirage. Is the Seraph going to pot in? I do believe he's going to try and bite on the Ratchet, but Ratchet is going to be okay with that. Bad Blast going out, and it seems like it's going to be only the Seraph that is taken care of. There's still other members on the flip side. That Pandemonium stun just missed it by a clutch in. It could have saved the Bubbles in itself, but it is a misplay, and it is really bad right now. Hellborn has got a lead because the Pandemonium screwed up that stun there, and it seems like, I mean, Hellborn team now trying to burst down Fur. Fur is going to be really easy. He does have very short legs to start with, so it doesn't have much to run, and that's it. I would call it right now. Orange will have this in the back already. They already have got a token on life. That's a genocide to top it off, and don't forget the WTF is standing at 81 and 7. He already has got a Grimoire looking at something even more potent than that. He already has got Shrunken Head as well. So I mean, so far that was a pretty good engagement, and only Sandra suffered the effects of the Bad Blast, but they were not able to milk on that because the Pandemonium was too slow to stop the Tempest. And if you give people a greedy pick like a Tempest, you are gonna have to need the mechanics to stop it. And so far, nothing is addressed on Tempest. 3, 1, and 9. How can you not kill the Tempest in its early stages of this game?
Yeah, it's just so wow. I mean, like that team fight was huge, and that was a very questionable cannonball coming in from Tezrina Tara. Just missed on the edge. I don't know. It felt like it actually hit, but I don't know. Maybe his butt isn't big enough. He should have just gone with the old ass Panda avatar. But yeah, I mean that was really huge for Orange Esports. Had that landed, I don't think it would have been that bad, but still, of course, I definitely think that Legion Hellborn team was still in that favor because Sandreef jumped in with no shrunken head, got caught out by a Kraken ultimate, battle ass. What are you gonna do? Your carry dies, you're left with measly supports and a pandemonium. Like, okay, what am I gonna do now? There's really nothing much you can do after that.
Yeah, it's that's the way it is, and that's it. I mean, 12 is 17 so far, 9k goal lead for Orange Esports. They're doing so well, and they have got a lot more to offer in this game. Whereas for Legion team, everything's kind of like taxed out right now, like what I should normally say. And they don't have much items. They don't have much anything. Bubbles just fell short of his quarter shift stick again. He's so close yet so far at about 1.2k goal away from that. He needs the farm. If he has that, it could mean something, but it is a little too late because I mean everyone on the Hellborn side, the Maris already have got a shrunken head. The only thing that doesn't really matter is the bushwhack. He doesn't even hit a lot. He does have the null stone, and I mean this guy is just dealing by 135. He is a major distraction, man. Everyone thinks that he's the carry, but there is nothing to carry about this guy. WTF is the real deal. He does have the extra damage as well as the fact he's got bad blast plus Grimoire power. You can never underestimate a Grimoire power. That is just a very lethal item. So that's it. He already has got Shrunken Head, so Quadra Shift Take is gonna be, I don't know. I'm gonna be sitting on the fence about this one. I don't think it's gonna be maximized in the next two team fights even.
Yeah, definitely. And you actually see that Pandemonium picked up a portal key, so that's good for him because he can actually single out targets now. Can probably just jump straight for a Hag or even the Kraken or Tempest and quickly kill them down before they're able to get their huge ultimates off. Like these three heroes, Kraken, Hag, and Tempest, they're really huge in that sense, but I still think that his main priority should probably be either that Hag or the Tempest because they are doing a lot of damage towards the team fights. Tempest because of that lockdown, Hag because that Backlash just does a huge, absurd amount of damage. If you take a look at the not GPM, the damage charts, Hag is 17%, all the way up there, next to Sandreef, of course, who is using the physical damage because of the True Strike from Deserted. But nonetheless, they are gonna go ahead and try to take this tier 2 top, and they're probably gonna trade even at this bottom lane tier 2.
Yep, they are gonna trade because now Legion team is gonna avoid team fight. They know that element of void is already up. If not, Orange Esports will not look for a push. So that's it. They need to be really careful there. They seem to be failing at cancelling the element of void. So far, all 2 and 3 attempts on element of void were successful. Twice at the Kong pit, once at the bottom lane. They were really big, and also the fact that, oh my god, I just sound so weird. They were really big. But that's it. That's it. The void was on schedule, and there's nothing that could really stop it there. So if they take a team fight right now, there we go. The Shrunken Head is going in, and the Crucial Stick on the Tempest first. But can they kill the Tempest before it pulls the void? Yes, they can. This could be it for Team Hellborn. They are looking to go down quickly. There goes the little bit of the token of life. The Kraken ultimate is going to be the only thing that is going to be left standing. WTF is going to try and just nicely snipe on the Sandreef. Sandreef is looking for space to run away. Is not going to get it because the Grimoire power is doing a lot of work as well. But that being said, they do have the Bushwhack as well as the Wretched Attack that's still standing. 3 to 3, 2 kind of exchange it going out both ways. I would say that would be the most effective defense that Legion can offer. Sacrificing the Panda for cancellation of the ulti on Tempest. That's his whole role, really.
Yeah, well, Tempest didn't use his ulti, that's the thing, but at least he bursted him down. Like I mentioned earlier, you have to go in, just burst down a hero quickly so that you can defend. That allows them some space to actually farm, but that doesn't mean that they can take That doesn't mean they can take the next team fight, because Tempest he still has the element of void. Token was used, so I have to say that's a really good defense coming up from Legion team, and mainly because of the fact that Bubbles just picked up his closure sheep stick, and that portal key came into action from Pandemonium, so that's really good. And I think right now Sandreef is working towards a Shrunken Head, which should have actually been his first item or second item after the Geometer's Bane rather than the Brutalizer. So we just have to see how this is gonna progress right now.
Yeah, and that's it. Well, speaking about Hammer, man, first try and get a little bit for farm. He does have his second dice already, so that's good. So now he can play dice with himself, but he needs the third one just to make sure that it's a gameplay for the entire team. But that's it. Top lane, a little bit of gang happening here, and that's gonna be the Kraken. Kraken being taken out as well as the top tower. That's double win there for Anduin Reen. And that is really good. He does have the tower as well as Kiddo, so they don't have the Kraken for the next team fight. They can continue to push at the top lane. They just need to be really careful about their element of void. But it doesn't seem like it is going on a schedule. Only the Center of Illusion is just taking a little bit of a damage onto that tower, but it is going to be fine. They don't have the rest of their members. Pandemonium is not there. Panda is just playing such a key role in this game. That is the main reason why I think they prioritize his farm so early on, because they know that he is gonna have to bear the heavy burden of cancelling the Tempest ultimate. So far, out of the 4 attempts, only 1 succeeded. That's a 25% success rate, and I'm getting worried when I look at those stats right now.
Yeah, very much worried. Kraken actually should get a shrunken head himself because he's getting caught up way too many times. You see Tempest already smart enough. He's going for a straight up milestone, I believe, because he bought that Blessed Orb. That's a good item for him. That will help him a lot. And the next item after that should definitely just be that Restoration Stone, so that even though he portal keys in and only catches 2, when the team converges on him, he can just, you know, resto and then catch the entire 5 men if they don't kill him fast enough. So that's a really good item to have, but definitely that null stone is a necessity. It's a necessity for him right now.
Do that again, Lark. Do that
No,
again.
no.
Oh, bubbles!
Bubbles. Yeah. It's gonna be fine. Like he knows what he's doing. But
Just gonna
Bushwhack.
smoke some bubbles there, but anyway.
Yeah, Bushwhack
Did
has
you
shrunken
do that,
head.
Sorry.
And I think his next item should definitely be a damage item, maybe even a shield breaker, because with the way that his spells work, it won't deal a lot of damage, and they need something to quickly burst down the Sandwraith and Pandemonium.
Yes, that is true, and that's it. The tier 2 at the mid lane is going to be challenged. I do believe it is on the verge of going down right now. And HoN team is just sticking in 5s and making a lot of gameplay now. They have got both ultimate, in fact all ultimate off cooldown, so they can put all those weapons to good use right now. That's it on Legion side. They have got the Sandwraith that doesn't really have a shrunken just yet. Looking at that item next, but he has got a, I don't know, he does have a Brutalizer, Geomeda's Vein, those are pretty effective. Already covered those already. His item seems to stagnate a little bit, don't you think?
Who? The
Sandwraith.
The Sandwraith? Yeah. I don't know, man. Like
He's not like printing money from the federal bank. That's
yeah,
what we
like
love to see.
it's not as fast as like WTF, who is sitting at 500 gold per minute. I think WTF's next item should definitely be that Restoration Stone, no doubt, hands down. Really, really good item. Either that or even a Hell Flower would be pretty good.
Oh, look at top lane. They're hiding behind the trees there, and they're going for the kill. And WTF is going to be a little bit of a tight spot. They were just baiting out here. They were hiding behind the trees. Oh my god. They are just so sick. Who the hell hides behind trees and wait for the enemy to appear? That is such a bait, man. Just look at that. Domination streak ended because of the greediness from WTF.
That was just surprise butt sex happening. I can't believe that actually happened on him. And I actually thought that he was gonna go for that Culture Sheepstick, but he had the Nullstone instead. So okay, my bad. I think he should still go for the Culture Sheepstick next, because like their team needs lockdown, man. They need to jump them. They cannot wait for them to jump on themselves. Middle lane, that's actually an illusion, by the way. They're probably gonna try to push this down, but I don't think they can without the Hag, who is still down for another, what, 43 seconds.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, so far everything is going on as scheduled for Team Hellboy, but they do lose the goal lead, as in now it's only 5k goal lead. It was previously, I think, about 7 or 8, but now Legion team looking real good. Panda still has got really worrisome stats, but he's doing pretty good work previously against the Hag, and I do believe that with the portal key, it's very effective, and it was able to cancel away. Don't forget that the flick was the thing that cancelled the Nullstone on the Hag, and then comes the bubbles with the Coldra Shipstick. That is the main name of the game there, and Hag was silenced out. There was nothing he could possibly do, and just died. So WTF needs to be really careful about trees right now. There's gonna be a Panda and a bubbles behind every single one of those, so he needs to be playing very careful, because why I say that, there's almost no wards for Hellbourne side. Almost nothing at all. Only one downstream, but that's about it. Nothing at all. And I'm gonna give Rom2 the credit. He has been dewarding every single one with the Baonai that he still has right now.
Yeah, he's gonna reward this even.
Yep.
Yep, there we go.
Every single new ward, old ward, is going out of the window.
Oh, he actually missed. Okay, that's kind of funny to see.
Oh, what the hell?
He missed the ward of sight, and the vision, the lingering vision ran out, so it's unfortunate that he wasn't able to pick that up, but still...
Maybe 30 seconds later, they'll come back again for round 2, but that's it.
Oh, Hellburn's gonna go for a call. Yeah.
Error's gonna be attempted again. This could be big. I'm just gonna be the statsman right now. Number of times a successful cancel on Conqueror is 0. But that's it. The Shrunken Head Tempest trying to make something happen there. We do have the big crack out of it, and maybe a double suction power today. But that face mask is gonna kill the Tempest, and that's what I mean by perfect count. Zerentana and Rom2 is gonna pay the price. Lucky comes in a little bit too late, but they at least kill the Tempest and make sure that there is no much oomph there for the extra. But Lucky has just run out of his desert juice there, and it will go down. And that's it. That's gonna be a hat-trick for WTF. And still, I do believe that Conqueror is gonna be possible, because even though they did lose the Tempest, they did manage to take down all 3 members there. A buyback is possible on Zernatar, but does he want to use that right now? It would be a good attempt for a 3-5-4, but I mean, considering they are not all at full health point, but
he shouldn't buy back. Like, they should just give up the Kong. They are not in a position to really take a team fight now. They used a lot in that previous. Even if he bought back, he doesn't have the face smash. Again, that was just good targeting by him. He forced out the Tempest, but it will come eventually to a point where Tempest will have that Lincoln Spear. Oh my god, Lincoln Spear. The Null Stone. And then just be able to stand there with no issues and just, you know, chill out the entire Legion team with that huge element of void. So it's gonna come to that point soon in time. It's just a matter of when that Tempest finishes up, has the ability to finish up the Null Stone.
and that's it. Blacksmith still looking for his third dice. Apparently a bit a bit lost already. And once he has them, should be able to make something happen. But I mean, I am just banking on the fact that they are dragging this game, and if it drags beyond its prime, maybe Hellborn has got a little bit of a lesser chance to win this. Because I mean, Sandrift is a very scary carry late game, and if you put Sandrift against the Hack, he is definitely gonna win that. The only trouble that he has is to try and face off against the Bushwhack plus the Hack combo. And a lot of lockdown from that. And don't forget, now Hack has got a Kuja shifting. That's gonna be big because there is, there is gonna be the potential ability to try and nicely hexed out both the Sandrift or the Pandemonium. So that is pretty good coming from the Hellborn team. And I would say that there's a lot of gold there. And I'm just looking at them really happily. Bushwhack opting for the Frostburn instead of the Geometer's Bane. Don't really agree with that one there.
Yeah, portal key on. I don't know what's happening with my words. Portal key on Blacksmith. I'm suddenly really tired, but yeah, portal key on Blacksmith is gonna be another huge thing. And Pandemonium now has that barbed armor, so he's gonna take someone down with him no matter what. And this Bushwhack, yeah, he's gonna be a decent heavy hitter in the later stages of this game, but he's gonna need more items. And I think after he purchases that Geometer's Bane, top lane.
Oh, Sandrift going somewhere. Are we? No. Hey, that was just a taunt. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
he's not going anywhere. He's just
spotting them out.
Farming again. Really has got Shrunken though, looking to, I think, complete his symbol of Rage next.
Definitely, I think that would also be a pretty good item for.
Or maybe a bit. I don't know. He does have the a part of the component already in the Helm of the Black Legion, so I think it is gonna be possible if he wants to go for that. I think it's the Beast Heart, but I would definitely opt for symbol of Rage instead. What would you think?
For who again?
Sandrift, of course. We're talking about Sandrift.
Sandrift, nah, I don't think so.
Nah?
Nah, I think he's
not even gonna think about that one.
He just needs damage. He needs to destroy the enemy team long enough. Like, even if he doesn't survive, as long as the Panda's still there and the rest of his supports are around, and they genocide the enemy team, it's still also very good because Sandrift is just kind of that really annoying target to deal with. They're trying to split push, by the way. They're gonna take this tier 2 mid. They are gonna be able to port back, but Hellborn team is already here. This is gonna be a huge team.
Yep, they're gonna port back home, and maybe a big team fight is gonna happen quickly though. The Tempest is gonna be fine. Meanwhile, Torture will pay the price, so they're gonna have to take this next team fight only 4 men against 5. And if it's gonna be effective, I mean, this game can be lost or won here. That's gonna be big. And that's so far the game that's been split down the middle. ORGE Esports now nicely gonna try and bank on it. They have got the token on the Bushwhack, so they have Bushwhack tank up every single damage from the tower. That's definitely logical. That's Tempest is just hiding behind trees. And every single Null Stone cancelled by the Sandrift Ultimate, the only one there being onto the the MOA, and the real deal now gonna pot in. Well, it's not gonna have that maximum effectiveness because the Null Stone cooldown is just so short, about 6 seconds more, and it is gonna be off. So wasting the ultimate, Sandrift, I mean Legion the Legion team right now doesn't have much of a thing left in their arsenal. Null Stone just keep getting cancelled every single day. But is it gonna be enough? The mini Brax is going down, and still no commitment. They might be waiting for Torture. Torture now already respawned, but they are also gonna lose the range barracks. They might call it quits here. Tempest still waiting behind enemy lines. Kraken on a separate split side, so they both of them don't get stunned. Yeah, he got denied. Wow.
Yeah, but they're just gonna back off for sure. They don't need to take that team fight. They really won by getting.
They want to because there is a token of life on the Bushwhack, and he's gonna capitalize on that one there.
No, they go top. Yeah, it's better. Split push.
That's gonna be good. That's it. The bottom lane already complete Baron, and there is no Legion member to be left here to defend against them. So poor Hut as well as Statue is gonna be completely raped out there. But that's it. I'm just thinking that Orange Sport has this in the back, unless a big cancel and maybe a rush down the mid, and maybe Impunity can win that. That's
Yeah.
an ace game for Impunity, man. If they lose this, they lose the Colorelli series. That's pretty sizable amount of money on the pool here. So you want to be careful there. 3K Ring in Malaysia is compared to 1K for the champion as well as the first runner-up. So it's quite an insane amount of difference there, about threefold or threefold. Yeah, that's right. So have to be really careful. Stunts not gonna connect. Bubbles waiting, shell surf in, waiting for opportunity. Now stun being cancelled, but they don't want to jump the bushwhack. They want to jump the Tempest. Tempest is very far behind. In fact, it's on the slope, waiting for opportunity. There is a Hell Flower out already. So if it is on the Kraken and the Hex on the Tempest, maybe they can wipe this out, wipe this entire team out really quickly. But it's gonna be up to execution. The question: can Impunity do this?
The initiation has to be flawless from Bubbles. Bubbles is the playmaker right here right now.
What is cancelling the Bushwhack? Now, I think it's Desert Curse. But there we go, a little bit of push in from Bushwhack. There, Bushwhack is a little bit of extending himself, but Trunken already popped on Standard trying to kill the Bushwhack quickly, and there goes the Crackdown limit. It's going to be completely wasted. There goes the Tempest is going to be addressed by the Panama straight up. I think the face bash going out, and Tempest does have only 2 seconds to try and put for a big element void, but he is going to be addressed. He goes down quickly. Hellfire already being used there. It's going to be good. Meanwhile, Bushwhack does come back, but he doesn't find his teammate there anymore. Only the Hack as well as the MOA is going to be around. Pandemonium trying to kill the Bushwhack, but he doesn't get it there. It's going to be a little bit questionable. He does not have a buyback left. Oh, sorry, he does have one. He's going to be fine. I think the buyback is going to be used here. And it's so close. They had this under the belt, but what happened was the Bushwhack had the total like that. Just completely nailed it there. And there is, again, there is no buyback. So there goes, man. Ladies and gentlemen, there goes everything that they have left in the arsenal. All that's left is going to be Lucky. Lucky trying to do his best against the Seraph as well as the Bushwhack. But the question is, he can't take this teamfight. There is no damage on Lucky. There's no tank. There's nothing else. He gets hexed out, and that's it for him. And the moment he goes down, that's going to be it for the entire Legion team. Looking to kill the Vampire. Oh, he got a kill on Bushwhack. That's going to be a slight amount of a little bit of a consolation prize coming out there, but Legion team completely genocided right now. Only the melee, only the range back standing at the top lane. Main everything is gonna be up at the mid lane, so that's gonna be good. Torturer respawning. Hack taking a little bit of a long stroll in the Legion base. Well, like a normally wicked hack would normally do, but that's it. It's not good, man. It's not good for Impunity.
Yeah, Impunity still has some hope in this, I believe. Like, it's hard to defend against a split push from the creeps that are both like mega at the top and the bottom, so it's really difficult to defend against that. I think the biggest deal right now is to just rush the big base run. There is really no other way they can win this. Unless they can genocide the Helper team and then just take 2 sets of Rexes to even the playing field.
Oh, please don't forget there is buyback on the Hack as well as the Bushwhack. They're just not using it yet. 5k and 6k gold, guys. There is no way that Impunity can. They have to win the next 3 team fights to make sure that there is a space to push. And that's going to be really taxing for them. I'm thinking that Impunity right now is not able to do much of a thing there. And I would say that yes, Blacksmith still haven't found his third die yet, but already at level 14, should be soon, and already have the portal key, so it's pretty effective. I mean, in general, that was a pretty good teamfight from Impunity, but it's just simply not good enough.
Yeah, and did you see the Savage Mace pickup on Bushwhack? That's pretty insane. His damage is gonna be excelled even that much more higher. So I don't know about you, but I think this game is pretty much over for impunity.earth. As casters, we don't want to really count them out just yet, but just looking at it from a general point of view, I definitely think it's really hard for them to come back into this. Like, Bushwhack is so freaking farm, he can even go for a Dawnbringer next item.
And the Impunity fans all across the stream chat is calling out now, have faith, guys, and they have this under the back, but the stats not looking so good, everything not looking so good, and if you ask me, it is still ultimately a big question. That was a good gameplay. I mean, the Panda was able to cancel the Tempest. Kraken Ultimate did come out, but it wasn't most effective, so that's gonna be okay. Oh, Tempest now gonna be caught out here. Oh wait, gonna get hexed out as well. And here comes the Panda to try and do something here, but
this could be huge.
That Storm Spirit is not gonna be effective. Oh well, the Flurry is gonna name it there for him. So Kraken Ultimate is gonna be used. They're trying to kill MOA. They should be able to get it done there. The Torture is gonna pay the price of sacrificing his life as well. Losing the Bound Eye, and that is going to be the second Bound Eye. Does Kraken want a separate second eye? No, he doesn't want it, so it's going to get destroyed. And Zarina Tara will pay the price, though. That is due to the credits of Endkiller, and Bushwhack, man, with his newfound Savage Mace is dealing a shit ton of damage. So, yep, as much as Faith can bring you everywhere, I'm saying that this game, unless a miracle happens here,
miracles do happen, guys.
They do, but in this particular sense, the rate of it happening is below 0.01%.
Yeah, but that's 0.01% is all you need, man. Have some faith. Never give up, never surrender. Okay, impunity.earth is probably out of this. Screw my words, whatever it said. Here we go.
Oh, they're gonna jump on the Hack. Hack's gonna have a nice little Storm Spirit, but is he gonna be fine? That quarter shift tick is already on schedule as well, but Hack is gonna be fine. Oh no, she actually goes down. Wow, 76 streak is gonna be taken care of. That's the power of triple lucky there. Well, they're making it really sound like a casino there with the dice and the luck and everything else. But that's it. Yep. Blue Master's Call gonna be used here to try and save Bushwhack. The base completely abandoned. They know that defending it is not gonna help it.
KDR farming, guys.
Kill on the MOA. MOA is going down. Maybe now the push is going to be warranted, but there is a 3k goal on the Bushwhack. WTF did buy back just to make sure that it's going to be good. And
yeah,
there is,
as you can see,
no, Lark, you can see there is kill potential on Legion side. They did it on the Hack before. It is definitely good. The only difference is that there is no element of void, nothing to take care of it. So I feel that they need to make sure that there is some window, and if Token of Light goes to help on, their chances just increase by so much more that I believe the Legion team is going to be so disheartened after the Token of Light is taken care of. So they're going to take the next team fight here, and if it's out, it's out. So Kongor is looking to go down. It will go down, and Kongor is going to give the bananas to Bushwhack. Abstract's favorite bananas.
Yeah, I think that Token should actually be put on Tempest because he just cannot get his Elemental Void off. Keeps getting targeted like hell. But maybe I guess it does kind of work out in the end for the team because they're too focused on trying to kill the Tempest that they completely abandon the rest of the team. You just see Bushwhack sitting there smoking his pipe and just shooting darts at you and like, yo, what's up bro, and then you die. So,
what's up bro? My milkshake's better than yours.
Exactly. So yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Hellbound looking to end this game right now. Painfully long game, 51 minutes. Should have ended a little bit earlier, but still only 19k goal lead. Something big can happen here so far. I'm not calling it just yet, but well, they are hoping to end this game. Legion team is looking to defend it again. Nice little pot away there, but can they stop the Tempest and can they stop the Bushwhack plus the Hack? So as they go on, as the game stretches on, the list of 2 kills. TOKILL will have to increase there. So that being said, you're gonna have to kill the Tempest, you're gonna have to kill the Bushwhack as well as the Hack plus the Kraken. The only thing that they don't really need to pay attention to is the MOA, but inevitably he always dies anyway, so doesn't really matter there.
Wait, can I just clarify something? Did you say TOOK?
No.
Took kills?
TOKILL, to kill. The list to kill, the list of people to kill.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard you say TOOK. I was like, okay, bro.
No.
English problem? But yeah, I think they can go ahead and push it down. Massive arms, man. Holy shit, like boots of travel. Post haste, storm spirit. I'm just hoping he gets his portal key as well. Like portal key on massive arms is pretty insane. Don't get me wrong. You mentioned that insane pushback chuck thing. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Bubbles going in. Going out, straight in, straight out. Nothing done there. Anyway, looking for defense tower. It is definitely going to be found, and it goes down. I mean, what are you kidding me? That shit just sits there, doesn't do shit. Anyway, they're looking to just do a little bit more extra damage onto the millibarracks and call it quits here. But Bubbles just manning it up, and look at that, the 1,000-year-old Bubbles there, just standing, the new tower in place.
What the hell?
I mean,
I don't know anymore.
It's just standing there, manning it up. I can take this, son. I was here before New Earth ever began. But anyway, here comes the Hack. Doesn't get anything done. He gets Culture Shift a quick way, but there is also the token of that one. A little bit of a stun landing on the Bushwhack. They know that they have to change focus, but Tempest has got their portal key. Oh, wait, there is no portal key on Tempest. So, yep, Element of Void are going to be called out here to just kill the Jikun Dragon, and it's also going to suck in Lucky. Lucky is going to be a little bit of a problem. The extra suction is going out there. That's it. Lucky is going down, or Lucky already went down, and Impunity up is going to call it.
Behind.
Sorry?
Bubbles dies as well, by the way, in behind.
Yeah, man.
Oh, Blacksmith dies as well. We should know what if I'm not mistaken, that was a annihilation. Not annihilation, genocide, and none of the helper members died in the side.
Wake up today, Lark. That's it. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that would be an entire gameplay there. And congratulations to orange.esports. They do win themselves 3,000 Ring of Militia, and Impunity will have to be second. And I feel that the second game was played very well, but the problem lies a bit with the draft there, as well as the fact that Serif wasn't able to just carry the team. Definitely back to the drawing board. They need to go there and make sure that there's a lot more work to be done. I would say that that's a classic example of a pretty nicely drawn out game. WTF is just insane. The moment he came back to Orange Esports, their chances just increased by so much more. And I'm expecting them to win the HoN Tour Southeast Asia finals. But that being said, It is gonna be this series here, and this will nicely complete the Malaysia Singapore HoN Championships called Rally 2. It's gonna be the grand finals next when it comes to this tournament, and it will be next year, I believe so, January. And I hope that it's gonna be a really exciting series. They do have a period of 1 more month for Impunity to try and formulate something to beat these orange.esports guys from all the way from Malaysia, of course. That's it. This is Babael. Joining me is Lark. Any last minute shoutouts?
Yeah, of course. Huge shout outs to everyone on stream today. Seems like we've got a lot of support today. Over consistent amount of 400 plus viewers. It's really nice to see. Hopefully we can keep up the good work, guys. To show more support whenever we're casting Hunter, Southeast Asia, which we cast every day from 9 to 11 GMT plus 8. For those of you who don't know, that's Malaysia timing slash Singapore timing. And yeah, really big shout out to EGTV crew, especially Ice for stepping in today while Babel over here was slacking. But yeah, just kidding. Big shout outs to Hearthstone and the Hearthstone community, and big shout out to myself. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Lark, for going through this entire series here, as in this entire day of tournament. We are still not done. We'll be back at 9 p.m. sharp, GMT plus 8, like you mentioned, and that is going to be HoN Tour Southeast Asia GLX Cycle 4 and round 5. I do believe it's round 4 or 5. It doesn't matter there. It's going to be Puni Storm tonight again, and they are up against a new team in the G League. I hope that's going to be fine. And do come in at 9 p.m. and watch their match there. Also, we hope that you guys can donate to stream. It's going to go out to our pocket to make sure that we survive. We are doing this full time, and in that sense, we hope you enjoy whatever coverage we bring you. Of course, we're not perfect. We're still pretty much newbies in the trade here. Having just about 1 year or 2 years of casting, it is still very new for all of us. That's it. I hope you guys will be able to follow us on Facebook as well as on YouTube. That's where all the VODs are going to be. So that is where you can have a lot of a good time as well. If you want to review a little bit of a cast, the videos on Twitch is going to expire after 4 days or 7 days. That's the new setting there. So we don't have the ability to save them. Of course, if there are constant 400 viewers, we can definitely work something out with Twitch, but we definitely need those views to come in. So continue your support here. We hope you enjoy the coverage that we bring you, as well as the cast. And that's it. A lot more crazy hours with Babel, as well as Lux, gonna happen tonight. And gonna do a little bit of shout out myself. Gonna shout out to Splinzy. Thank you for being an awesome fan, as well as to Golf XZZ. He's again around here. And of course, I'm SY as well. Musi, thank you a lot. And there's a lot of stuff happening at the Twitch chat, so gonna shout once and forward to all 400 viewers of you. Thank you. It's really been awesome to be your caster today, and I sincerely hope you guys will enjoy my cast. Of course, there's no pebbles, so no toss from Beijing, nothing of the sort. But I'm gonna have to cook up more stories now. That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the little mini casino that Impunity brought you today with the dice as well as the luck there. And yeah, that's it. Gonna be back at 9 p.m. again. This is Babel with me, is Lark, and you just watched the Call of Rally 2 from the MSHC series. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and see ya. Goodbye.
See you guys. 안녕하세요.